before sunrise, we're getting ready to go out on our first shakedown hike, pre-Appalachian Trail. Looks like a beautiful day. We're almost to our trailhead. We're heading out to Barnhart Trailhead this morning for our overnight backpacking trip. Surprised to see a little bit of snow up on the peaks. It's been over a week, I believe, since it snowed out here. Had good weather in Phoenix, but we're about 90 minutes northeast of there. Here at the Barnhart Trailhead in the Montezal Mountains of Arizona. Heading out on our overnight backpacking gear shakeout. Let me turn you around. I'm not sure where this trail exactly goes up, but we're going to be hiking across those mountains over the next day and a half. Number of people out here today. It's a pretty popular trailhead. There's Hummingbird getting ready. Got a bunch of new gear to test out. I've got a brand new pack. Both have new sleeping bags / quilts. And it should be a good weekend. Good weather. May not be matching up for the Appalachian Trail, but this is Arizona. Most days are sunny. Not so many rainy days in central Arizona. I've just left the parking lot at the trailhead, heading up the Y-Bar Trail up to the ridge. Out here in the Strea Mountains, part of it's wilderness area. Should be pretty nice when I hike the Arizona Trail through this area. I did see a bear in this area we're going to be passing through, so it'd be pretty cool if we see some wildlife on this trip. But we'll see what's to come. Let me give you a view of what's ahead. Very rocky trail, typical Arizona, and it seems like most other states. Just little shrubby trees out here. But we'll be heading up there. Came around the corner and heard water. About a mile and a half in, first water source. Don't need any yet. One little waterfall there. And if we look up ahead, another 1, 2, 3. Heading up to that saddle, and then it'll be downhill from there for a while. I just made it pretty much to the highest point on this little saddle, having kind of to see over the side where exactly we're going, because it shows like a mile and a half still to get to the Arizona Trail. I thought this was it felt like it was the connection, although the map was saying no, to where we'd start down the west side. But definitely some campsites here. And let me show you the beautiful rocks up ahead, overhead. And it's easy walking here. Before we had some bigger stones, now it's small stones and fairly level. But the thing that took me by surprise is all that snow ahead. And again, it's on the protected side, like on the east side of the mountain. And this isn't getting the sun and not melting. Taking a short lunch stop. Sat by a little creek, a little nice place. And I think there's about a mile to go before we catch up to the Arizona Trail. Extremely beautiful out here. Only saw the one person since we left the trailhead. but there's lots of plane traffic, aircraft traffic overhead. But we do have some great views. Burned out tree trunk, nothing but leaves inside. Well, this is the longest snow stretch we've hit. It's not too bad. At least there's lots of trees on the side. Or to slide. I went and slide right off the mountain. But call for a little more caution. One more obstacle. This one I can step over, I think. Jennifer's over there breaking trail through the snow. She has boots on. I'm just wearing my trail runners. You can see this is going to be kind of a long stretch. Hopefully not super long. We'll find out. This isn't the typical hiking I do in Arizona. Now we're retracing our steps across the snow. We got over to where the trail we're supposed to take to Fisher Spring, but not see any trail. The Far Out app said there is no trail to Fisher Spring, although Gaia shows a trail down there with a number and a trail name. And with the snow and not being able to find where it turned downhill, we figure we're just gonna have to go back, and we'll stay on the Arizona Trail until we plan to drop off of it tomorrow. So that's all right. It's a change of plan. We'd hiked about 2 miles out from where we came up from the parking area when we started this morning. So another 2 miles back, ground we've already covered just this morning, this afternoon. I got the tent roughly set up. Got the water on. Make some dinner. Might be time to swap out the fuel can though. Wrapping up the day, we hiked 14.6 miles today with the 4 bonus miles, the 2 out and back. And tomorrow's about the same distance, 15 miles to get back to the car. Now we're back on trail, heading north on the Arizona Trail to our turnoff. Beautiful morning, it's just come out in the sun, At least an intermittent sun with the trees. But should be a great day. We're here at Horse Camp Seep. Beautiful spot, lots of rock. You got that nice creek flowing through. I've seen people camping down here by the rock and such, but I'm not seeing necessarily great spots that I would want to camp on. A little slopey and bumpy, but there's some nice dirt, flat dirt camping just 100 feet over in the trees. Beautiful place. We just got to the turnoff to Hopi Spring and Trail 42. We're hoping we're going to find the trail, but it's not marked on when you leave the Arizona Trail, and I'm not too confident we're going to find it. But we'll head up to the spring and see what we find. Well, the stars aligned for us today. We got up to the water box at the spring, and we found the trail. It continues on past that. Wasn't too confident we're going to find a trail. I'd been in that area before, and even at the trail junction, there's no indication of Trail 42. But as I'll show you, somebody's trimming back the manzanita. There's cuts every few steps, it seems like, where they've trimmed manzanita to open up the trail. So thank you, whoever was out here clearing trail. And the views, getting that same snowy mountain views as yesterday afternoon and on into the distance. All right, we made it to the top of this climb. This pretty rocky trail, but we made it up. This might be the highest point of our hike. We're above 7,000 feet. It's going to start back down. Although there's a nearby ridge, I don't think we're going to be going up yet. I think we're mainly headed downhill from here. But we'll see. Now we're headed down the east side of the Matazal Divide. This is the view ahead of me. We were just looking at the map. We have to look fairly often to make sure we stay on trail. It hasn't been maintained in quite a while. And it looks like we have 2,500 feet to drop in the next 2.5 miles. So I'm expecting to get to some steep trail down soon, but we are headed downhill. Let me come over here a little bit. Say we're on the east side of the Matazals now, and still amazing views. Well, I've dropped most of the elevation. Just finally hit the creek. So I think we're around 4,200 if this is the same creek crossing I've been looking at on the map. We've been out in the sun for quite a while, and putting some cold water on my head and on my neck feels excellent. Heading on back to the car. Well, another creek crossing, another chance to pour water on my head. We got about 3 miles back to the parking lot. Right now I just need to get across this creek. It's a little wider than... Let me turn you around. It's not real wide, but we got to find some rocks to step across in order to get our feet wet. But we'll see you at the trailhead at the end of the hike. As you can see, we made it back to the car, finished the hike. Last 4 miles took a little longer than we anticipated. The trail faded out a few times. The trail split up. Trying to figure which was the correct path. And some of those times when the trail would split up or fade, the GPS using the Gaia app, our location didn't match the trail as shown on GPS. Even when we could see a path, sometimes it showed we were 200 feet off trail. But the curves of the trail that pretty much matched the path we were on. And of course, eventually we got back to the car. Final stats for the trip: we did 14.7 miles on day 1 with 3,500 feet of gain. Day 2, 13.6 miles and 2,600 feet of gain, for a total of 28 miles and 6,100 feet of gain. We had a good time out there this weekend, and we hope to get back out in 2 weeks. We'll see you out on the trail.